everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a discussion video, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I have never really done a video like this before. I've seen a few people like posting more of these and I really like the idea, and something's been on my mind and I figured this would be a great outlet, a great way to kind of put my thoughts out there and see how other people feel about it. So first I'm gonna tell a quick, or hopefully quick, story to kind of set the scene as to why this has been on my mind. So last week my library opened back up to the public. So they had been doing curbside pickup for a few months. But last week they finally opened their doors and said, hey, you can come in and browse. You know, there's a bunch of regulations, but whatever. And I was so excited to go to the library. So I went to the library. There were a few books that I had kind of in mind to look for. And then I wanted to kind of browse the shelves to find books that fulfilled prompts for the Fall Into Reading Challenge, because I know I probably have books on my shelves, but guys, I haven't been to the library since February. I wanted to go, and this was a perfect excuse. Let's find books for my reading prompts. So I found a few books that I was looking for, and then I decided one of the prompts that I wanted to just browse and see what I could find was the prompt for read a book with leaves on the cover. And I know that I have books somewhere on my shelves that have leaves on the cover. I know I have books with trees on them. Trees have leaves, so there you go. However, I wanted a book that had fall colored leaves and just gave off all sorts of fall vibes, because A, it's fall, B, it's fall in Connecticut, and Connecticut has really awesome foliage, although it hasn't come up yet. It's still pretty green outside right now, but it's coming. Anyways, that's besides the point. I really wanted a book that gave off fall vibes with leaves. So I found a book, and this book to me screamed everything I was looking for. And that book is Everything We Ever Wanted by Sarah Shepard. I mean, look at it. There are leaves all over the ground. The trees are all fall colors. I saw this and I was this is exactly what I was looking for, right? And I read the back, because I always tend to read the back of books, get an idea of what it's about. And it sounded like something I would enjoy. So essentially it's about a widowed mother of two whose adopted son gets involved in a hazing scandal, and whatever the outcome of that is a very incredibly brief synopsis of this book. Anyways, so I'm hey, this sounds like something I would read. It fits the prompt. It's exactly what I was looking for. Then I did something that I wish I hadn't have done. I went to Goodreads and saw the average star rating of this book. And it's not great. If I'm remembering correctly, it's 2.83 or 2.87 stars average on Goodreads. And then I'm well, do I want to read it now? It can't be that great if so many people have given it such a low rating. There's got to be a reason. So obviously I still ended up checking it out because I have it here at my house, but now I'm hesitant to read it. I mean, obviously going to the library, it doesn't cost me anything to check it out, but I don't know if I'm going to read it. And so that's where I want some thoughts and some insight. Is I feel since I've really started using Goodreads, so in the past couple of years, because I had Goodreads prior to it, but never really used it until I really started watching BookTube and filming BookTube videos myself. I feel it has changed, not my reading, but what books I will pick up. like, I feel like I am turning to Goodreads a lot more to decide if I want to even try a book, which I never did prior. So before really using Goodreads, I would walk into the library or walk into a bookstore. If a book would catch my eye, like just based off of the cover, I would like pull it out, read the back. If it sounded like something I would enjoy, I would get it, especially if I'm at the library, because the library doesn't cost me anything. Because there's no reason not to. And then I feel like I would form my own opinion of that book after I read it. I wouldn't go into the book with any like preconceived notions, because I didn't know what the average star rating was on Goodreads. So I didn't know if more people liked it or more people didn't like it. Now I find myself looking to Goodreads like I did with this and saying, oh, either maybe I shouldn't because it doesn't have that great of a star rating, or oh, I have to because this has like a super, super average high rating. And then I feel like that influences my expectations of the book or how much I enjoy it. Or like in this case, like, am I going to go into this just looking to critique it because I know that it's not that great? Like, can I go into it with an open mind knowing that it has a lower average star rating? Does that make sense? I hope it does. What I'm trying to say is, like, I hope that that's clear, is I feel like I've started using Goodreads to make decisions about books that I may or may not pick up. And I used to not do that. And I kind of miss just going into bookstores or libraries completely blind and just pulling stuff that catches my attention and just leaving it there. And obviously, it's my choice to go onto Goodreads. No one is forcing me like to go onto Goodreads and see what the book is about or see other people's thoughts. Like, obviously, that is a conscious choice that I am making, and I can consciously choose to not do that. Like, I get that. But I feel like I like have to know. And then I find out and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't want to waste my time on this. But then there are some books that I've done that to, but I've read them anyways. And I'm like, well, this wasn't that bad. Like, I don't see what's so bad about this. Or, you know, books that have a really high average star rating, I like read and I'm like, I mean, it was okay, but like, I don't get what all the hype's about. So I just feel like my reading has changed, and I'm not like, I don't want to blame Goodreads, but I feel like Goodreads has definitely influenced that. I mean, and BookTube has as well. Like, obviously there are books that a lot of people talk about on here, and it makes me want to like check them out. Or, you know, the opposite, if there's a book that a lot of people are saying like, it's horrible, like, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I won't read that, you know. But just, I guess, the times we live in, social media, all of that has influenced my reading, and I don't know how I feel about it, because I miss just being able to go into books completely blind with no idea what other people have thought about it. However, I also like having discussions about books that I read and enjoyed or didn't enjoy, and just having discussions about all of those. So it's like, you can't have it both ways, Tara. I get that. So yeah, I just wanted to see like other people's thoughts. Do you feel like your reading has changed because of Goodreads or social media or things of that nature? Or have you always kind of done your research on books before reading them? Because I haven't. I mean, there are so many books on my shelves that I picked up for no other reason than it looked interesting, and so I bought it. So I'm interested to see other people's thoughts on this. Honestly, this book, it sounds like something I will enjoy. I've read Sarah Shepard. She wrote the Pretty Little Liars series. I haven't read all of the series, but I read it. I mean, that's a YA series, and this is an adult book, but it doesn't sound that bad. So I'm like, is it going to be like a waste of my time? Because it seems like a lot of people don't like it. And so I wish I just hadn't have gone on to Goodreads until after I read it. I don't know. Anyways, that is my thoughts. I'm very interested to see what you all think. Do you guys feel the same way? Do you let yourself check out Goodreads or be influenced by other people's thoughts before you read books? Do you prefer to go in knowing whether it's a well-loved book or not? Like, I don't know. Is this just me? Anyways, that is it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.